Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure and honor to call upon our final AAA winner for 2003, Mr. Rex Bernardo, MDM 2002.
Thank you. AIM President Steve DeCray, AIM Board of Governors and Board of Trustees Chairman Nap Nazareno, AIM Management Faculty, students, past AAA awardees, my batchmates from MDM 2002, officers of the Federation of AIM Alumni Association, International Movement of Development Managers, members of AAA Awards Screening Committee, my nominator and fellow AIM alumnus, Jerry Kivilan and wife Linda, my referee and my fellow kababayan, Mayor Tito Sarion, my referee and fellow advocates at the Sector of Persons with Disabilities, Captain Oscar Talion, my ever-loving wife, Marisa, my relatives and friends present at this momentous occasion, fellow alumni and honored guests, good evening. When I was a kid, I had read a children's story about an eaglet that grew up in the company of the chicks. Even when he finally grew up as a mature eagle, he can only run and jump on the branches of the trees just like his brothers' roosters. It was only after watching a mighty flight of eagles that he wished that he too could also fly like them. And so, he began to try flapping his wings and soon learned to fly. It was then that he discovers his full potential and also became one of them, a mighty eagle. It was a very touching story for me because, just like the eagle, I too was isolated in the confines of my home in Daet, Camarines Norte. I was afflicted with polio at the age of 5, and worse, an incorrectly administered vaccine damaged my nerves at the spine and left me paralyzed in both legs and my right arm. Because of my frail condition, I am unable to go to school. An aunt, who is a public school teacher, taught me the basics of reading and writing. Yet, it is my fervent dream to also taste the joys of formal schooling. Every day, whenever I saw my brothers and sisters hurriedly prepare for school, a tinge of bitterness enveloped me. Even if given the chance, my years of isolation and non-contact with the outsiders would present much difficulty for me to adjust in a normal school environment. But just like the eagle, there was also something in me that will not give up. At the age of 20, and after an emotional plea to my parents, I finally took the placement test for the out-of-school youth of the Department of Education. When the test result came, the skeptics and even I were surprised. I had passed the exam and did not have to enter the elementary and high school level. I was accelerated all the way to the college level. Just like the eagle in the children's story, I had finally learned to flap my wings. The insight that I like to impart is that There is a mighty eagle in all of us, the ability to soar and achieve greater things if we only believe and set our hearts on it. Looking back at my AIM days, I have many fond memories, and I would like to share some of them to you. My entrance at AIM is also a quite a story. I just happened to come across an ad at the Philippine Daily Inquirer about the Asian Development Bank Japan Scholarship Program. I just cut the ad and saved it to my wallet, but did not really decide on what to do about it. Part of me did not want to pursue it, knowing the stringent admission process at the AIM. Aside from the added difficulty in applying for a limited scholarship slots. You see, the scholarship is also open to other Asian nationalities. However, the fighter in me still got the better of me. I said to myself that it's better to try than not trying at all. And so, after some dilly-dally, I go ahead and took the tough AIM admission exam. When the result came and I learned that I had passed, I was called for an interview for my scholarship application. The Center for Development Management faculty member who conducted the evaluation interview asked me what would be my plans after earning my MDM degree. I answered that I'd like to go back to my hometown in Daet and serve my townmates in any capacity that I can. That answer, I think, is the clincher, and I was granted admission at AIM as an ADB JSP scholar. Later, I was told that the scholarship committee saw something in me and decided to give the opportunity in spite of my physical limitations. I was forever grateful to that opportunity, and it paved the way for me for my lifetime commitment to development work. Being in a wheelchair and using only my left arm, it was a daily struggle for me navigating the AIM campus. My MDM 2002 batchmate saw this, and they secretly had a meeting and devised a schedule wherein one of them was assigned to serve as my companion and assist me on my daily grind. When I discovered this, at first I became uncomfortable, as I do not want anybody to be inconvenient because of me. But later, I was able to make the most of it and use their volunteerism effort to foster close friendship with my classmates aside from those of my CAN group. As a live-out student, I could not stay at AIM dorm because it is not wheelchair accessible. I did not have the benefit of staying at AIM and studying with my CAN group during the evening. When the dreaded 4 weeks of written analysis of cases came, it becomes doubly difficult for me to study and analyze the cases by my lonesome. Having survived it, I still consider a miracle to this day. But it is again a testament of what any of us can achieve once we set our minds on it. The intensive classroom discussion, the case method of analytical thinking, the competitive spirit, and yet genuinely humane disposition, especially of my batchmates, provided the impetus for me to work passionately and always strive to excel in my work and chosen advocacies. The AIM dictum, to do good, one must do well, is a truism to me. Yet, I must add that to do well, we should find our true passion and commit to the attainment of such goals unconditionally. This may be the reason why I'm quite contented and peace in spite of many challenges that I have faced. I am blessed to find my true calling and purpose in life. That is to be of service for others. Having the AAA recognition never occurred to me. But yes, I do admit that I had also dreamed of receiving this when I first read about it in the AIM Leader magazine. I think the important thing is do not hold back yourself from dreaming about the goals you want to achieve in life. This is very much based on the principle that all things are created twice. There's a mental or first creation and a physical or second creation to all things. This means that we must think about it first and then devote ourselves in making it happen. As they say, nothing happens by chance. That is why I could not believe when I received the news from Greg Atienza, because looking at the roster of past winners, they are heads of multinational conglomerates, as well as known personalities in their chosen field. But then again, Dr. Decray's congratulatory letter humbled me and dispelled my initial notions that I am unworthy to receive this recognition. Maybe they indeed saw something from me, just like the first time when I applied for the scholarship at AIM. I am greatly humbled to be even considered for the AAA award. This recognition is an affirmation that indeed I may be doing well in my chosen field, yet it also inspires me to strive even better in my future endeavors. Lastly, there's a never-ending debate on what is the politically correct term for us persons with disabilities. As for me, I rather am called a person with ability than having labeled by all those terms based on my disability. The focus should not be on not on what limits me, but on what I'm capable of. That should define my personhood. Thank you very much.